Hello everyone, welcome to Prestigious Tissues Masterclass. This class is for corset and is mainly for advanced designers who is finding it difficult to make corsets. These are my material. I use this wording for my corset. This wording is for my corset. So the measurement here is half length 18, bust measurement 45 divided by 4. Divided by 4 is 11.2. The waist is 43 divided by 4, 10.7. Round on the bust 40 divided by 4, 10. Hip 49 divided by 4, 12.2. I have my shoulder measurement 16, shoulder to navel 21, armhole measurement 20, on the bust 15.5, bust point 10.5, and bust span 9. So this is the measurement I'll be working with. Start by lining my starting point. First, I have to measure the length I'm going to use. I'll use that shoulder to navel. Whatever the shoulder to navel is, I add 3.5. Do you understand? This is my shoulder to navel. Divide it. Just add it, add 3.5 to it. Whatever is the shoulder to navel, add 3.5. That is what I'm marking now. That is going to be the length of this particular corset I'm working on. So now the next thing now is to mark the shoulder. Listen very well, because I'm going to give you a good detail how you are going to understand this very well. Shoulder plus half inch, the shoulder divided by 2 plus the half inch allowance. So armhole measurement, you connect it. I'm going to mark underbust. The underbust is 15.5. Because it's corset, I'm going to come up by half inch, making it 15 instead of 15.5. So this is the underbust. This is the underbust. And the waistline, the half length is 18. So this is the waistline for this measure, this clothes I'm cutting. So this is waistline. Then the next thing is to, whatever is the hip measurement divided by 4, you have to mark it here as a guide. So this is hip divided by 4. This is just a guide to what I needed. This is the hip measurement divided by 4. Then the next thing is to mark the bust span. The bust span, which is nipple to nipple, is going to, this one is 4.5. So 4.5. And this is bust point. So bust point. So I'm going to mark, connect. So connect from bust point to the down. This is the bust span. So whatever that remain from that place, you divide it into 2 to get our second dart. Just watch the way I'm doing it. Divide the remaining space into 2 to get our second line for the second dart. Remember, the kind of corset we are making is inbuilt corset. So from this bust span, from the underbust and waistline, I'm marking 1 inch. Then the second line, half inch. Then the down part of the bust span, half inch. This is the underbust, 1 inch both side. 1 inch both side. So let's connect it. We connect it. Connect it this way. Then the second dart, connect it like pencil mouth, the way I'm doing it. Connect it this way. Then the next thing to do now is to mark our upper part, because it's very important to connect our lines. We mark the basic neck 3 inches, 1 inch down for the shoulder slump. Then divide the remaining armhole, come in by ½ inch for the armhole, for the front armhole. The way I'm doing it, connect your armhole. This is my armhole. So the next thing is to connect the shoulder slant. The way I'm doing it. This one is optional. I use 3.5 and 4 inch for the neckline. It's optional. You can use whatever you are using. Then the next thing is to divide the remaining shoulder from that 3 inches. Divide the remaining shoulder into 2. Connect to the bust point. Connect to the bust point, the way I did now. So now it's time to do our corset. From this bust point, go up by whatever you measure, whatever you get from that underbust, that is what you go up with. Then from here, ½ inch up, 1 inch down. Here, 1.2. Then you have to connect this one with your straight ruler to that ½ inch I came up with. Thing is to connect with our curve. Give it a good curve this way. So the next thing now is to go in by ½ inch. Go in by ½ inch. Connect it to the underbust. Then this line, connect it straight from the armhole. Then from this edge, turn your tape and mark 4 cm. It's a guideline to the cup. Mark 4 cm before you place your curve ruler. It's a guide, because our breast is not round. So this is a guide, 4 cm, remember. So as it is now, from this bust point, you mark ½ inch down from that bust point for that, the side dart. This side dart is only on the cup. You connect to that ½ inch I came up with. This way I'm doing it. The side dart, this is how it's going to look. Go up by 1 inch. You can go up by 1.5 if you want, but I'm working with 1 inch. You use your curve ruler to connect it the way I'm doing now. Extend the curve to this side. Then from this armhole line, you can add extra 1.5 and connect it this way I'm doing. So now, we are done. We are done with the marking. We are fixing the measurement, the bust measurement plus 3.5 measurement, 3.5 allowance. Then from you have to mark your underbust. Look at the way I put my tape. You are going to skip this dart while adding this measurement for this side. I have 3 inches here. You skip the dart, you continue, you reach the other dart, you skip it until you get the underbust measurement, which is 40, and put my 2 inches sewing allowance. Then from waist, the same thing. You have to skip the dart and skip the second dart. Then I mark my waist measurement, which is 43, and add 2 inches sewing allowance. Then the hip measurement, you mark, skip the dart, and now go straight and put the hip measurement plus 2 inches sewing allowance. Then from this waist measurement, you have to remove 1 inch. From the underbust, remove 1/2 inch. That is for your waist snatching. Remove 1 inch from the waistline, 1/2 inch from the underbust, and you connect it the way I'm doing. So from this down part, you go up by 1 inch because the back is going to be 1 inch shorter than the front. You connect it this way so that when you join the front and the back, it will be. So I'm marking, giving it name side 1, side 2, center 1, and center 2. And this is my joining part that I'm notching, the joining part and the upper part of the other side. You have to cut it now. Watch how I'm cutting it. Remember, the back will be 1 inch shorter than the front when cutting it. It's going to be 1 inch shorter when cutting it. So just pay attention on how I'm cutting in order not to cut the wrong line. You see the way I'm cutting it? Remember, we remove 1 inch from the waistline and remove 1/2 inch from the underbust. We are going to do the same thing at the front, making it a total of 2 inches. So while shaping it, we are going to shape, if the waist is like this one, that the waist is 43, we are going to shape the waist with 41. We are going to remove 2 inches from the waist measurement while shaping it. I notch this place, is the joining part. You see the way I'm cutting the cup. You see the way I'm cutting the dart out because I don't need it. You see, the first one I cut, I notched the joining part, but the second one, I did not notch the joining part. It's just a guideline so that it will not be confusing me when joining it. You see how I'm cutting the cup? So this particular one, I used to notch the up and notch the joining part. It's just a guide. Then this one, after removing these darts, I will only notch the joining part of this side. I'll not notch the up. It's just a guideline. Then this dart that I mark here, you have to eliminate it So use your tape ruler to eliminate the dart the way I'm doing it. You see, eliminate the dart. I don't need that dart. Don't forget to notch the necessary places. It's a guide. Do not forget. Notch this place, the joining part. You see, I notched the joining part of this one. So now, this is the front of this corset. This is the number 1 episode. Watch out for episode 2.